Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribharaja Acharya Ashtotara Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Sri Vrindavan Mathura Dham ki jai. Sri Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Tulsi Maharani ki jai. Sama Veda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, Chapter 72. Today is verse 5. Tad Deva Deva Bhavatas Chara Naravinda. Sevanu Bhavam Iha Pashyatu Loka Esha. Ye Tvam Bhajanti Na Bhajanti Uta Vabhayasham. Nishtam Pradarshaya Vibho Kuru Srinjayanam. Tad Deva Deva Bhavatas Charanaravinda. Sevanu Bhavam Iha Pashyatu Loka Esha. Ye Tvam Bhajanti Na Bhajanti Uta Vabhayasam. Nishtam Pradarshaya Vibho Kuru Srinjayanam. Go ahead and chant. Tadeva Deva Bhavatas Charanaravinda. Sevanubhava miha pashyatu loka esha. Ye tvam bhajanti na bhajanti utava poyasham. Nishtam pradarshaya vibho kuru srinjayanam. Tadeva Deva Bhavatas Charanaravinda. Loka Esha. Ye Tvam Bhajanti Na Bhajanti Utava Boyasham. Nishtam Pradarshaya Vibho Kuru Srinjayanam. Tadeva Deva Bhavatas Charanaravinda. Sevanubhava miha pashyatu loka esha. Nishtam pradarshaya vibho kuru sinjayanam. Tadeva Deva Bhavatas Charanaravinda Sevanubhavamiha Pasyatu Loka Esha. Tadeva Deva Bhavatas Charanaravinda Sevanubhavamiha Pasyatu Loka Esha. Ye tvam bhajanti na bhajanti utava boyesham. Nishtam pradarshaya vibho kuru sinjayanam. Word for word. Tat, therefore. Deva Deva, O Lord of Lords. Bhavata, your. Charanaravinda, to the lotus feet. Seva, of service. Anubhavam, the power. Iha, in this world. Pasyatu, may they see. Loka, the populace. Esha, this. Yea, who. Tvam, you. Bhajanti, worship. Na bhajanti, do not worship. Utatva, or else. Ubayesham, of both. Nishtam, the status. Pradarshaya, please show. Vibho, O powerful one. Kuru Sinjayanam, of the Kurus and Srinjayas. Translation. Therefore, O Lord of Lords, let the people of this world see the power of devotional service rendered to your lotus feet. Please show them, O Almighty One, the position of those Kurus and Srinjayas who worship you and the position of those who do not. Please repeat. Therefore, O Lord of Lords, let the people of this world see the power of devotional service rendered to your lotus feet. Please show them, O Almighty One, the position of those Kurus and Srinjayas who worship you, and the position of those who do not. Purport. Here we clearly see the heart of a preacher. The great devotee Yudhishthira Maharaj implores Lord Krishna to demonstrate plainly the result of worshiping him and the result of not worshiping him. If the people of the world could understand this, they could begin to recognize that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and that everyone's ultimate self-interest lies in surrendering to him. As confirmed by great authorities, Yudhishthira Maharaj is a pure devotee of the Lord, and thus his actual motivation in discharging his duties as a king was to establish the supremacy of Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the real purport of the activities of the Pandavas, which are described in both the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Mahabharata. Om Jnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Melitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, but my spiritual masters opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto them. So it's March 19th, 2026 at New Goloka Dham here, and hello to everyone who is online as well. So this verse is a very good verse. I put the book away. It makes these 2 points to asking Krishna to show the power of devotional service and show the difference between those who follow it and those who do not. So, although we endeavor to serve Krishna and spread his movement, spread his name and fame, it is he who grants things. So it is right to pray to him while we serve for good benedictions upon us, that we may be successful, that his movement may spread, that people may see his supremacy, etc. So this verse is Maharaj Yudhishthira praying to Krishna, please help spread your name and fame. Please change the world. It's in Maya. Make it better. So, in talking about the power of devotional service, which he mentions, show the people the power of devotional service. So, we come to Krishna for various reasons, but usually high on the list is a sense of morality. We see that the world is mostly crazy. People are crazy. They abuse each other. They war on each other. They lie, cheat, and steal, and behave immorally, usually. They are self-centered based on temporary material bodies instead of having dealings based on eternal spiritual selves. Thus, they're crazy. I mean, those of us who have a sense of understanding that divinity is in charge. We grew up and we had a sense that divinity is in charge and people should follow divinity. We were Christians mostly, or Hindus, but we were taught at least a vague sense that there is divinity and it should be followed, and then there will be peace, then there will be harmony. But people are not like that. We see things in this world and we're very turned off by them. We come forward because we want to be spiritual in our lives. When I was young and forming my opinions, the Vietnam War was going on. Total carnage and craziness. And black people were fighting for their equality very much in the city I grew up in, which was Oakland, California. So I grew up amongst these things. Nixon was the president, and he seemed totally unreasonable and off his rocker, much like what we have today. People just didn't seem to be nice and good, and it's because they were so materialistic, not spiritual. People were Christians by names, but they weren't following the example of Jesus or his teachings at all. So at first I decided to become a priest. Then later I met the devotees and found their teachings, Prabhupada's teachings, to be the best religion I had ever heard. So I joined in 1979. So the first power of Krishna Bhakti is that it gives one spirituality. It gives one a conception that is based on eternal life. the spirit soul, not this temporary material body made of flesh which dies and rots. That's the big flaw with this material conception of life, is that it's based on the body which dies and rots. So we are following the eternal religion. Sanatana Dharma means eternal religion. God can, and he does, reveal himself to us on earth. He's capable of that, and he wants that, to give us a chance to put it here, to put Sanatana Dharma here so that we can latch onto it, follow it, and become liberated. He chose India for the greatest revelations. That's his own choice. He must have had his reasons. But the fact is, when we examine religions on earth, we find that the Vedic Sanatana Dharma conception of Krishna Bhakti is the most complete, highest, beautiful, wonderful, thorough religion on earth. I was very much into Christianity, Catholicism when I was a youth. I wanted to be a priest. But when I read The Science of Self-Realization by Srila Prabhupada, I was struck by how clear his devotion to God was. It was of a magnitude better than anything I had ever heard. And I went to the temple, and I met the devotees. And 4 brahmacharis took me in a little room and preached to me. I was 19 years old. I had long hair. I was a rocker. And we talked for 3 or 4 hours, and I was actually at times rolling on the floor laughing because I was so happy based on what they were saying. What they were saying was thorough. Their faith came into their life, into practices. They had rituals and practices and conceptions which were all integrated. It wasn't that there's, like it was for me before, there's God and heaven, which are eternal, okay, but that's all I know about them. All I know is that God is supreme and heaven is eternal. I don't know anything else about them. And then there's my life with rock and roll and LSD and long hair and girls. And this, God in heaven, did not penetrate into that. And I was not happy. I wasn't integrated and peaceful. I was stirred up. I was disturbed. I knew that I wanted thorough, complete, integrated religious life in my life. And when I met the devotees, I knew I had found it. So I was rolling on the floor laughing in sheer happiness, and I just joined right away without hesitating. So it was the best thing in my life that ever happened to me was that conversation that day with Sriman Pandit Das. Yes, he was a very good bhakti leader at the time. It's hard to devote oneself to a conception of God and heaven which are void of details, leave everything up to mental speculation, such as in Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. There you have good arguments and basis for believing, but you don't get clear descriptions of what God looks like, acts like, about his abode or pastimes, etc., as you get in Krishna Bhakti. In Bhakti, we find such a beautiful, all-attractive, wonderful, colorful, diverse, rich, absorbing, all-encompassing God and eternal worlds. That is something one can devote to. It's possible to devote to this conception because it's so complete and beautiful. And it's so believable, too, because God is unlimited. And it's totally right on that we're taught God is all attractive because he's God. And he's the supreme enjoyer because he's God. And he's unlimited. He has unlimited worlds, not just one heaven. He has unlimited heavenly planets. And in them he has unlimited devotees. So there's no shortage of room. All 8 billion of us can go back to Godhead and we will fit. God, if he wants, simply thinks, let there be more land, space, groves, and devotees, and they appear. And then he manifests expansions of himself and goes amongst them in an unlimited way. Why should God be limited as he is in Western religious conceptions? Thus, it can't really make them happy. That blank page, that's Mayavad slipped in. So this path, with all this unlimited, beautiful, wonderful facts about the eternal world, it brings us taste. There's a taste we get from practicing bhakti. We become attached to these things. And it's eternally based, always. So it relieves us from attachment to lower things, to temporary things. It relieves us of that attachment. Real detachment from matter comes from hearing, chanting, and engaging in devotional life. We can feel it taking us towards liberation from material life, from repeated birth and death endlessly. So here are 10 things I came up with that bhakti does or gives us. The verse says, show the power of devotion to you. So here is the power of devotion to Krishna. I'll read the highlights and then we'll go back over them. 1, bhakti fully satisfies the self. Another Mayavad page. 2, bhakti gives knowledge and detachment automatically. 3, bhakti gives liberation from material bondage. 4, bhakti gives distaste for sense gratification and gives steadiness of mind. 5, bhakti gives direct experience of the Lord along with detachment and peace. 6, bhakti lifts one above the modes of nature. 7, bhakti brings Krishna's personal protection and maintenance. 8, bhakti reveals Krishna and even attracts him. 9, bhakti uproots sin at the root. And 10 is bhakti can give pure love of God, which is the ultimate. Boy, my printer sure injected a lot of blank pages. Okay, so I'm going back over these things in more detail. Forgive me here. One, bhakti fully satisfies the self. In Bhagavatam 1:2-6, it says, real dharma is that which brings loving devotional service to the Lord, and that such bhakti, when unmotivated and uninterrupted, completely satisfies the self. So bhakti is not just duty, it is soul fulfillment. That is a very important verse, Bhagavatam 126. You'll recognize it. I'll read it. I got it right here. You've heard this verse quoted many times. Prabhupada loved to quote it. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhoksaje ahaituki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. The supreme occupation or dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. So, this verse is saying that bhakti is the aim, it's the supreme occupation, the supreme duty, supreme dharma for all living beings. And that to completely satisfy the self, it has to be unmotivated and uninterrupted. So unmotivated means without motivation, even for liberation, what to speak of anything else. It just has to be based on, I love Krishna. Then it's unmotivated. When it's done out of love, it isn't motivated by some material desire to get freedom from pain, to get more opulence, things we normally pray for or hope for or wish that our bhakti would bring to us. We have to move beyond those things in advanced stages of bhakti to where it is just based on, I love Krishna, I love the devotees, I love the acharyas, I love the spiritual world. I even love Krishna for what he does in this material world, how he creates it to right the souls who went astray and lead them back to Godhead. I love everything. I am love. I love instead of I hate. I love, and I really love Vrindavan, Shyam Sundar, Govinda, dark as a rain cloud, lover of Radha, Sri Krishna. I love him more than anything. When bhakti's like that, then it's unmotivated and uninterrupted. When it is not interrupted by Maya, when we have moved beyond deviating back to Maya at times, when we've moved beyond that, where our bhakti is 24/7, uninterrupted, in these two conditions, it will completely satisfy the self. And we have the example of Srila Prabhupada. He was like this. He was completely satisfied with Krishna and his Krishna prem, his love of Krishna. And his bhakti was uninterrupted. And he was doing it for Krishna. It was unmotivated by other desire. He served Guru without flaw. And he was given so much success, but he always stayed focused on just serving Krishna. So his bhakti was uninterrupted and unmotivated, and we see the result. He was all attractive like Krishna. It was impossible to not be attracted to him. So, this verse is quoted often and in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And the next verse I'm going to read as well because it's point 2. Bhakti gives knowledge and detachment automatically. So Bhagavatam 1:2-7 says, Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayanjita Janatyayashu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Ahaitukam. By rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from the world. So bhakti gives knowledge and detachment, known as Gyan and Vairagya. We don't have to focus on Gyan and Vairagya to get bhakti, although we do at times try to develop our bhakti Gyan, our knowledge of devotional service, our understanding of the science, and we try to practice some Vairagya. But the main thing is that bhakti, love of Krishna and serving Krishna, will give you Gyan and Vairagya automatically. So they appear when you do devotional service. 3, bhakti gives liberation from material bondage. In this verse we read today, Yudhisthira says, no, in the verse just before it, verse 4, Yudhisthira says that those who constantly serve, meditate on, and glorify the Lord attain freedom from material existence. So bhakti gives liberation from material bondage, which is what we saw, what I was saying earlier. It's what we saw before we joined the movement. We saw that people are really bound by their bodily material conceptions of their life. And in that, they do things that are unjust to each other in this world. Like, right now we have the state of Israel and our country bombing the heck out of Iran because we see ourselves and them as two different things. Our leaders see their bodies and the body of the United States as different, separate from, and better than Iran. So they're destroying it and killing people. And of course, this brings a lot of trouble to the heart of a soft person. A soft soul is very disturbed by war. War exists only in this material world. So these people are under material bondage. Bhakti gives liberation from material bondage. It gives us an eternal life, which we become very attached to, and thus we give up, we're liberated from, we're freed from our material conception of life. Thus liberation has begun. You can feel it. Point 4, bhakti gives distaste for sense gratification and gives steadiness of mind. So the Bhagavatam, Canto 3, chapter 25, verse 26, says that one engaged in devotional service develops distaste for sense pleasure in this world and the next, and that this path enables one to control the mind. That is real power because it changes desire itself. We, at our various stages of practice, can feel these effects. We are, to some degree, having distaste for material sense pleasure and serving our senses alone. We can already feel that bhakti is giving us more steady mind. And the verse 3:25-26, Prabhupada's translation is as follows. Thus, consciously engaged in devotional service in the association of devotees, a person gains distaste for sense gratification, both in this world and in the next, by constantly thinking about the activities of the Lord. This process is the easiest process of mystic power. When one actually situated on the path of bhakti, when one is on the path of bhakti, he is able to control the mind. So that is a mystic achievement, being able to control the mind. And bhakti gives that power. Point 5, bhakti gives direct experience of the Lord along with detachment and peace. Bhagavatam 11:2-42 says that devotion, realization of the Supreme, and detachment from other things arise simultaneously for one who has taken shelter of the Lord, just as satisfaction, nourishment, and relief from hunger come when you are eating food. So, if we practice bhakti, these three things arise together in us: devotion, realization of the Supreme, and detachment. They arise, they come up, they fill us, we get them when we serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Bhakti lifts, point 6, bhakti lifts one above the modes of nature. The Bhagavad Gita says that one who serves Krishna through unfailing in all circumstances, his bhakti is like that. It transcends the material modes and comes to the Brahman platform, spiritual life. So devotional service is not an activity within Maya. It is the power that carries one beyond Maya. Over time, if we try, we will reach the platform of bhakti unfailing in all circumstances. And it is taught that advancement is never really lost. So any progress we make in this life is not wasted, even if we don't finish. It's almost time. There's many more pages here. I always do prepare much more than there's time for. Later in these pages, I somehow came around to telling a story which I want to tell. Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. When I joined, I was a new devotee. I was a brahmachari, shaved up. One day I walked into the temple alone. It was empty. And the brass deity of Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda in Berkeley, the brass deity of Krishna was blue. And I thought, somebody painted the brass deity. Okay, Krishna's blue, that's a good thing to paint him blue. So the next day came, and I attended Mangalarti, and I looked at the deity, and it was brass. So I asked an older devotee, I said, did someone paint Krishna blue and then decide to undo it yesterday? He goes, no way. That did not happen. So Krishna actually appeared to me as blue. To encourage me. I didn't realize it right away, but later I realized this is a miracle. So deities have been known to do things. It's in the scriptures. Sometimes deities do things for devotees. All the time. That's fact, all the time. And so we have to believe that Krishna is reciprocating with us in our life, because he reciprocates according to our mood and beliefs and thoughts and feelings. And so we have to believe that he is going to reciprocate with us in our lives, and then he will. That's one beautiful thing about Krishna Bhakti. It's alive, it's real. Krishna's real. He really is active. He is making decisions and doing things and providing things and bringing what we lack, preserving what we have. Well, I should end. Does anybody have anything to say? Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for letting me give class.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vaskachari Satarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vaskachari Satarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, 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 Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya, Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Pavrika Satir Sada Shishimanas Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Das Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhupada Nityananda Shri Vaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhaktivinda Ki Jai. Jai Radha Krishna Gopa Gopana Shai Makunda Radha Kunda Giri Gaurana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mai Pranavani Dham Ki Jai. Jagat Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Maya Ki. Jamuna Maya Ki. Bhakti Devi Ki. Shrimati Tulsi Devi Ki. Harinam Sankirtan Ki. Priyat Madanga Ki. Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki. Gaur Premanandi. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Chaitodarpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipanam Pranamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahudanija Sarva Shaktis Tatrapitani Namita Smaranena Kala Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishame Hajjani Nanuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Suhishuna Amani Namana Dana Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Rahoitaki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha Kripayata Vabada Pankaja Stita Duli Shadrashim Vachintaya Nayanam Galadashu Daraya Varanam Gadgadarudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vapukada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam Namishena Chakshusha Pravashayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Ashlishava Padamanastumam Adarshanam Marmahatakarotuva Yatatatava Bidadatulam Pato Mat Pranatastusa Evanapara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benedictions to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you've invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh, my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself, you're in the straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Oh, my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he's always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Sri Shastika Ki Jai. Thank you, Dyarodika, for dressing the deities so nicely. And downstairs, I know Mahamantra's there. I'm not sure who else is there cooking. Who? Ishvara. So it's a dynamic duo, Ishvara and Mahamantra, making nice offerings for the deities. And there will be a Harinam on Saturday. Details will come out later, but it's going to be a really nice day, so everybody be ready for that.